What up, what up, what up, what up? Today, I'm gonna be reacting to people that realize Trump is the president of the United States. I'm just gonna find videos. I might go to news sites, news YouTube channels. I might hit a TikTok. I just want to see people's reactions to when they realize Trump is the president-elect, because I'm sick and tired of y'all, and a lot of y'all chose wrong. I know I chose wrong for the past 12 years. I chose wrong. This was the first time I ever voted for Trump. I was on the left wing before, and then I woke up, and then I figured out the information. So I want to bask and watch people react to this, and then I'm gonna have my own opinion on it.
Donald Trump officially wins the race for president. Now the entire world is reacting to that news this morning.
Joni is live with what Chicagoans are saying this morning. Hi, Joni.
Hi there. And you know, when you stand in downtown Chicago, the whole world is in Chicago, so you can get a really worldly view. A lot of people are expressing surprise, both a happy surprise and a not happy surprise. And for those who are disappointed, there is resolve today to try to accept the results, because Donald Trump won this election because Americans voted for him. President-elect Trump declared victory overnight before it was official. It was in the middle of the night, so a lot of people woke up to this news. The voters are just learning that he has won. You know, he gave a speech emphasizing healing last night. Some Chicagoans say they're happy, and some are stunned.
My daughter is really looking all the news, and so she's 17, and she's really disappointed of, you know, women's rights and stuff like that.
I feel great.
Where is women's rights gonna go? Where is it gonna go? Where has it disappeared to in the last 4 years? Where has it disappeared to since Roe v. Wade? They got rid of Roe v. Wade. Yes, now you have term limits to abortions now. Every state is different. Some states is 6 weeks. Other states is till the 8th, 9th month. The abortion issue went to the state level, which means in the state, the citizens that are within the state, there will be votes on how long you want to have term limits for. And these states during the last time just chose whatever they chose. Some are more left-leaning, which means 4, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. Some are way more conservative. 15 weeks, 11 weeks, 6 weeks. You live in Chicago. You don't have no abortion. Your abortion restrictions. Let me look at Chicago's abortion restrictions, because, yo, this is a blue state, so I know their abortion restrictions is high. Chicago abortion term limits. Let me look this shit up, bro. Damn, I can't find this. It's showing somewhere, bro. Okay, so abortion policies in Illinois. Abortion is banned at fetal viability, generally 24 to 26 weeks of pregnancy. So at 24 to 26 You can no longer get an abortion in Chicago.
It's a great day for the USA. Yeah. And it got the popular vote, too. Nobody had that on their bingo card.
Disappointed, sad, angry for human rights.
Big dog. If you don't have any human rights, you got 90 piercings all over your face. You doing whatever you want to do. What are we talking about? How are you sad and disappointed? You live in Chicago. Your city is being overrun by illegal immigrants that have robbed and still robbing jewelry stores every other week. You have a governor that has raised your property taxes by 4% because next year Chicago is going to be in a $1 billion deficit. Your head is under a rock. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Of course he won. I'm surprised Chicago ain't flip red, but then again I'm not, because it's a blue state. Blue states love to vote their city into destruction. In this current time, blue cities and people who vote blue love to vote their cities into destruction. California is a blue state, is in the same position as in Chicago. Money is being taken from its citizens out the wazoo. Illegal migrants are everywhere. Businesses have left. Theft is at an all-time high. Crime is at an all-time high. What are we talking about?
LGBTQIA+, reproductive rights, women rights, education rights, environmental rights. It's just very disappointing because I was looking at the demographic, and a lot of Latinos and a lot of women and a lot of minorities really fall for the lies from either TikTok, the news, anything.
Let's find another video. These people are complete idiots, bro. Complete idiots. Let's go to the view. Oh, let's go to the view. Let's set the bonfire in the back. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this.
So what happened last night? Anybody do anything interesting? Okay.
Before, God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much.
So, how you feel?
I'll start.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
My takeaway is that the system works. We live in a democracy. People spoke. This is what people wanted. I vehemently disagree with the decision that Americans made, but I feel very, very hopeful that we have a democratic system in this country. We should value it. We should love it. We should protest if the situation arises that we need to protest, which I'm sure it will. And I've been through this before with Nixon. It's been very difficult, but boy, oh boy, do we have a country if we can keep it.
Yeah.
Well,
Excuse the audio that was in the back. I forgot I had the bonfire up because I thought we was gonna see a lot of crying, a lot of oh my God, and just TDS. But Joy Behar, if that's her name, what she said was, I liked what she said. Like, I really liked what she said. She said, the American people have spoke, whether I disagree with it or not. So Trump, you know, this is a democratic process, and we need to believe in the system. And the people spoke. Beautiful. That was eloquently said by Joy Behar. Let's see what everybody else says.
The sentiments, Joy, one of the first thing I wanted to say for anyone that needs an example of when the person you voted for does not win, you do not say the system must be broken or that it was rigged. You say it is what it is, and you show up anyway. And I want to commend all those people that voted, because you sometimes hear people say, well, it didn't matter. No, it did matter. That was still your currency. That was still your power. And people turned out. Now, if you didn't vote, you really don't have a say in the conversation.
You see, you got to understand when, before she said this last two sentences, she said, which I need y'all to see where the seeds are getting planted for the narrative. The seeds were getting planted for the narrative of saying, in 2020, when we was all stuck in our houses for that election, when most states had to get mail-in ballots, when there was no poll watchers to watch things getting counted correctly, when all that was going on and Trump lost the presidency, which I didn't vote for Trump in the last election. I voted for him in this one. In the last election, there was so much evidence of election interference that when he lost the presidency, he decided to speak up and challenge the rule, get a recount, figure out what was going on. Georgia was looking crazy. Pennsylvania was looking crazy. When we woke up, Trump was supposed to win. We woke up, Joe Biden was up millions of electoral votes. Last election, 81 million people supposedly voted for Joe. And in this election, I think Kamala made 65 million and Trump did 72. Where was the 80 million that was there last time? Where did it go? But what I'm saying is the narrative, you must see how these mainstream media establishments, these people that are paid off by the left-wing media, what their strategy is when they speak on individuals that they don't like. You got to see the seeds that they plant. You got to see the things that they reference to make sure the narrative keeps going. America already spoke. We don't listen to these people. But for the people that do listen to them and get brainwashed by them, they'll take this up and eat it up, huh?
So you can go ahead and sit down. But for the rest of you, and then a lot of what I think about is what I always tell my kids when things go on. You feel what you feel. Everyone has different emotions. Some people got what they wanted. A lot of people didn't. And you feel anything that comes up, and then you turn around and you say, let's look at the tapes. Let's see what we did. Let's see how we continue to fight for the people that we care about. And you take one step in front of the other. And so here we are today, and I still feel that optimistic because I feel arm in arm with so many people who agree with me. And I'm not going to stop marching. So
I like this pep talk, Coach Haynes. Listen, is it the outcome I wanted? No, but we live in a democracy. I have my vote. Right. Millions of people cast their votes did. And what's important to me is this. Tens of millions of Americans, our friends, our neighbors, our family members, voted for Donald Trump. We disagree with him. I know we all do at this table.
Y'all a little bit too diplomatic for me. They told y'all he's president. Y'all better get down with the get down. He has a House, he has the Senate, he has the election. Y'all better say all the right shit. They are folding. I want to see some crying. I want to see some tears.
Harris's loss, a stunning defeat for Democrats.
I'm just devastated.
A somber mood at Harris's watch party overnight after Donald Trump dominated, blowing through the so-called blue wall of Midwest states that Democrats had counted on. Improving on his 2020 margins in more than 2,000 counties nationwide. In the key swing state of Pennsylvania, Harris underperforming President Biden's results. And further down the ballot, Republicans also flipped the Senate to their side.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate.
Now for Democrats, the soul-searching begins. After an unprecedented race with Harris stepping in as the presidential candidate, just 100 days ago when President Biden withdrew, Harris tried to distance herself from Biden, but perhaps was still hampered by his legacy.
This is about what the Democrats did while in office over the last 4 years. Inflation, which was so high during much of this administration, and many people are still feeling the pain of that.
Exit polls show voters listed the economy as a major issue. Harris also underperforming in key areas.
Where she's coming up short are in the cities.
Even struggling in blue strongholds like New York and Virginia, despite a massive campaign blitz from major Democratic stars. Harris.
Obama is not one of those people that we consider stars anymore. That time and that regime is over with. When I looked up the numbers, they was right about the cities struggling, with her in the city struggling. She struggled in so many areas. She struggled in areas that Biden excelled in. Biden excelled in so many states, so many districts in certain states in the 2020 election. She underperformed in every single one. In most of them. In 95% of them, she underperformed. This is a leftist show. I don't know what channel this is exactly, but this show, I know this is a leftist show. These people will talk bad about Trump, blah, blah, blah. Now that Trump won, they have to concede and now say the actual truth on why they lost. Why did the left lose? Because now they have to abide by whoever's in office right now. They gotta abide by that. But there's still a control with the media. The media is still left wing, still, because that's the top. The establishment is still left winged. They push abortion. They push misinformation, censorship. They push Trump is a bad guy. He's a racist. They push all that. That's what they push. Now that he won on this day of victory, they have to concede to saying the actual truth.
Harris also came up short with key minority groups. According to exit polls, Latino men favoring Trump by a 10-point margin after backing President Biden by 23 points 4 years ago. Democrats now face an uphill battle.
And we know it is time for a new generation of leadership in America.
With Harris's message clearly not resonating with enough voters, Democrats are now left trying to sort out how to turn the page now.
Then already you're beginning to hear questions in terms of that Monday morning, or in this case Wednesday morning, quarterbacking among Democrats. Among the questions right now, whether it would have made better sense for President Biden after Democratic successes in the midterms in 2022 to have stepped down then. Remember, he promised to be a transitional president in the past to allow for a full primary for the Democrats to pick their candidate going forward, and perhaps to give that candidate more time to gear up for this battle with Donald Trump. The bottom line is there are so many questions, so few answers, and the Democrats have a lot of figuring out what to do next that begins right now.
All right, Peter, thank you so much. We return to Hallie Jackson and Kristen Welker. So let's talk about that. There was going to be a lot of soul searching and hand wringing and probably some finger pointing. And let's just start where Peter brought it up. I mean, is the original sin here that Biden stayed in the race when perhaps he should have stepped aside and had an open primary, and perhaps Democrats would have had a better shot? Is that one of the lessons Democrats are talking about?
Absolutely. It's one of the things that Democrats are talking about, the timing of when he stepped aside, because remember, there was so much debate, even when he did step down in the summer, about potentially.
Why did none of y'all host a primary to actually find a good candidate to succeed Joe Biden? You know why y'all didn't? It's because Kamala was black. Well, she's not black, but she looks like she's black. She's Indian and Irish. You could go to Candace Owens and you could find that information. Go to Candace Owens and you figure it out. So this lady that has pretty much blackfaced her way into you thinking that she's for you and she's black, which identity politics is got to be the most racist. That is the most racist deciding factor to vote for somebody is because they look like you. That's the only reason. Listen, if white people said, yo, the only reason I'm voting for this guy or that guy is because they're white, if they said that out loud, which we say out loud, that, yo, this person is black, so I'm going to vote with him, that's extremely racist on the other end of this, on the other end of the ticket. That is extremely racist. But we have something called black privilege. And what we could say the N-word, nobody gonna fire us. We could say this white person is racist. We could say a bunch of racist shit in the break room and wherever we at. Talk about white folks, talk about this, talk about that. And nobody gonna do nothing to us. They do something, it's hell on earth. I'm trying to find TikToks, man. TikToks. Show me some TikToks or something, man.
Excuse me.
I need to see some people crying.
Kind of reminiscent to 2016. I was not expecting Donald Trump to win. I really thought Harris had it. I was a little bit pessimistic. I definitely did not think he was going to win in 2016. I voted for him in 2016.
How would you describe the energy out here tonight?
Honestly, it's amazing. You have people dancing, people just conversating. We had Donald Trump as the president in 4 years. During that time, didn't seem to go too bad.
Why did you decide to vote for Trump?
Primarily because I'm an America First kind of guy. I think that we've intervened overseas a little too much.
Describe to me how
That's
you're
exactly
feeling
right.
out here among a lot of Trump supporters.
They were sort of the underdogs, right? And definitely the cultural underdogs. And, I feel like I'm at the center of a revolution that, may very well affect the country very deeply. That terrifies me a little. It's really interesting how this country is sort of like rethinking its role in the world. And I think the economic isolationism is also going to do boatloads of damage. It's kind of reminiscent to...
How is the economic isolationism? We give other countries, other places, so much of our money. We police other places. We go to war for other cities. We do this, we do that, we do this, we do that. It doesn't make sense, bro. We got to focus on America. America has to focus on us. Our cities are being overrun by illegal immigrants, unvetted. Some of them wanted on the terrorist list in the 10,000s. Some of them and had sexual assault cases on them. There is so many things that is wrong with how we govern our country, how we distribute monies in our country. We don't really distribute it like that. We distribute it to other places outside the country that have interests for the elected bureaucrats in the back room. That's telling them, yo, go here, go there, go here. No, we need to go to Ukraine. No, you need to send this money to Ukraine. No, we got thousands of veterans that have no home. They fought for this country and they're homeless. How is that possible? And you said Ukraine over $60 billion this year. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro. Oh, let me see this. We speak to Americans in New York to get their reaction.
His character does not reflect Jesus Christ. Period. Down the felon! Down the felon! Black people with felonies can't vote. People with felonies can't vote. But somebody with a felony could probably run America. Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense. But it's true. But we need to change the laws. We need to change the law. They need to change the Constitution.
This man is innocent.
But he had a fair trial.
No, he didn't. You don't get a fair trial here in New York. No way.
Count 34.
Guilty.
No one's above the law. Now Donald's turn.
This is why in these blue states, especially in New York, because they're so ignorant. They're so ignorant. They listen to the media. They probably watch The View. They probably watch this channel, that channel, and the channels are feeding them this rhetoric, this propaganda. Fannie Willis was met by Kamala Harris for a 5-hour meeting. It was Fannie Willis and her boyfriend, I think. The dude she was having an affair with. I don't know. They met for a 5-hour meeting, and then right after the meeting, Donald Trump had charges pressed against him in Georgia. This is a fact. This is a fact. So, and nobody in this crowd could tell me what he was charged with on the 34 felony count. Not one person in this video could tell me what has he been charged with. What is the charges? Not one person in this video, I'm willing to bet, hasn't read 3 pages of Project 2025, the propaganda that they have imposed to try to off-rail Trump into the presidency, try to knock him out of the way. Not one of these people has read nothing. I'm willing to bet that.
Now he's been found guilty. Let's see if he goes to jail.
Everyone wants to pick on the fact that he slept with a woman, but it's really not about that. It's about keeping information from the American people in advance of an election. And had we had access to that information, he may have never been the president. And I think that's the most important takeaway from this.
It's a total farce, and the American people know it.
I feel that he'll be able to overturn it and definitely be our next president.
So some of y'all are awake, which is good. New Yorkers, I want y'all to listen to me and listen to me clear. Listen to me clear, okay? Your country, your state, your districts are being overrun by illegal migrants that are staying in 5-star hotels free of charge, that are squatting some of your homes and taking them from you, that are taking your jobs, and this current administration, because Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are still president until January 20th or one of them dates where the new president gets inaugurated. They have damn near destroyed New York. There are women getting raped by these people that we don't know. They're unvetted. Violence is happening towards cops that protect your neighborhoods in your city by these people. And you talking about a 34 felony count that none of y'all could tell me what is the felony for? Who set up the felony count? Trump, when he wasn't going to run again, nobody was thinking about sending this man to jail. As soon as he said, yo, I want to run for president again because this country is going in the wrong direction. Yo, Kamala meets up with Fannie Willis, 5-hour sit down. After that, charges in Georgia. New York, he gets charges in New York. New York wanted to take his Mar-a-Lago property. They could not take his Mar-a-Lago property. He beat the case. Even though we got a new Trump presidency coming, I honestly don't think that we deserve it. A lot of us don't deserve a new Trump presidency. I know I voted against him last time, and I was like, nah, I gotta vote for him this time because I remember what was going on in 2016 to 2019. So I'm gonna vote for him this time. Guess what happened? Things went wrong. We got to see the truth. It wasn't my body, my choice when they told you to take the shot. It wasn't my body, my choice. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video, man. Just had to find a few things to react to. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm out of here.